Hello there, Scorpio. Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for joining me on my channel. We're going to be doing your tarot card reading for the year of 2024. We're going to go through some things you are taking with you or leaving behind from the previous year, how your year may go in terms of some things you may learn or experience, and also some big lessons or wisdoms that you will learn also from the year. Again, this is going to be a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not. Understand everything here is to help empower you to create the life that you want. Okay. Oh, okay, I'd like to see that. Okay. In terms of what you are leaving behind from 2023, we got the Nine of Wands here in reversed. So here it's really telling me, that you probably have learned to let down your walls a little bit. It's that wounded warrior energy where you are, we all go through things that emotionally harm us or traumatize us in some way, whether that be emotional, mentally, even sometimes physically. But basically it's just saying, that you've come to peace with that. You're not in a survival mode anymore. You are letting down your walls, being a little bit more open to opportunities that life may give you. And also you're just not being shut off to the world, to love. I'll get in touch with that in a little bit. And stuff like that. The reason I say that is because we got the Queen of Cups right here. Again, I think you've come to a place where you have emotionally healed. And also, as I said, you're going to be more open to opportunities that are based in love, whether it be with someone else, or to also deepen and understand your own emotional depths, your own emotional health, anything like that. Very much Scorpio energy with that Queen of Cups energy. We also got the High Priestess. Love seeing this. Very similar to that Queen of Cups as well. You may have gotten into your intuition. You've learned to connect, make sense from a lot of your pain or trauma from the past, turned it into wisdom and lessons that you can take with you, where it is no longer just pain, but now it is something more important, something beneficial coming from past trauma. So that's kind of what I can see here in terms of getting in touch with yourself, your intuition, your feminine nature, your feminine energy to take care of yourself. And by doing so, you're becoming more available to the opportunities that life may have for you in 2024. So I can kind of see you're bringing in a lot of healing, a lot of openness, and you're letting go of a lot of walls and barriers that may have limited you from the past. Excuse me. Okay, so in terms of some clarification cards. So here, High Priestess, love to see this. Very similar cards, I will say, with the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. On top of the High Priestess, we got the Knight of Swords. So here it's kind of saying, you have a new truth that will guide you. It's also saying that you may start to, have a certain direction where you feel like you want to head in life in terms of your goals or whatever it is you want to accomplish for the year of 2024. You're letting that intuition guide you. You're letting it give you the direction in which to head in order to achieve exactly what it is that you want. And there's a certain clarity with the swords as well that's saying, that is the truth that will guide you to where it is you want to go or what it is you want to achieve, as I said before. In terms of the Nine of Wands here, we got the Four of Pentacles. Here it's saying you've come to a certain stability, in health, in your finances, in your business or job, whatever it is. But really, I see so far just by reading these three cards, it is your health. You've found stability, you've found security in yourself. So that's why you can release those walls or expand your boundaries a little bit more, because you become more grounded in yourself and in your safety, but being able to provide all those things on that personal level. And again, very much, as I said, like that Knight of Swords energy. On top of the Queen of Cups, we got the Chariot. So here, it's saying you are letting your emotions and your intuition guide you toward a certain direction, whatever that may be. For some of you, it could be love. Some of you could be more stability, certain goals, etc. Could be just healing in general, just looking at some of these cards that I'm going to get into in a little bit. But basically, you're letting your intuition guide you. You're going to let it take you somewhere. For some of you, it could be a new place. We are talking about the Chariot, so it's talking about travel. Could be movement, could be relocation, could just be, a new goal in mind as well. So I love seeing this because in the past, in terms of 2023, excuse me again, it's pretty much saying that, you have been able to get in touch with yourself psychically, intuitively, spiritually, and you're going to let that guide you to a new direction for 2024, a new change of some kind. So in terms of the year itself, something that you may be experiencing. So here, let's talk about here. First of all, Three of Cups. Love to see this. Lots of celebration for you. There's going to be a lot of emotional fulfillment, new connections, maybe expansion of friend groups. You're going to meet new people, create new relationships of some kind. Could be romantic, could be not. I could imagine something platonic, But really, it could be that. For some of you with families, you could be adding someone new into your life, maybe a new child, stuff like that. Something to consider as well. But there is something to be celebrated during this year. Because I can definitely see, as I said, this lands right underneath that Queen of Cups. So there is a lot of emotional understanding that you've provided for yourself. And by doing that, you will have something to celebrate in terms of emotional fulfillment. And you'll have people, community, family, friends that will be there to celebrate those big winnings and milestones with you as well. I have a feeling here with the Page of Pentacles right here. I think for some of you, there could be business opportunity. You could be starting a side hustle, change of career, expansion of career or business of some kind. Even as I said, with that Four of Pentacles energy, it really could just be even finding more stability within yourself. I think there's a certain relearning on the emotional level, and now you're trying to manifest that stability on the physical level in terms of your finances, health, all that stuff. We also got the Knight of Wands here in reverse. So here, I really think, number one, as I said before, with the Chariot and the Knight of Swords, there's a clear understanding of where it is you want to be heading. I think now with the Knight of Wands, it's saying you're going to start to figure out, what actions are needed to implement that goal and to start getting the ball rolling in a certain sense. I think you might be challenged with things like impulsive decision making, spreading your energy out, too thin or anything like that, not seeing the results, being a little sporadic, so here I think it's really starting. You will have to learn how to focus your energies. And again, use that truth, use that intuition. With that Knight of Swords and that Chariot on top of two very intuitive cards, it's saying that those intuitions, those emotions are what is going to guide you. That is the knowledge and truth that will take you and move you forward. And then that will also help understand what are the actions needed to make that happen. That fire energy, that Wands. And with that Knight of Swords reversed in the middle of the reading, it really is telling me that there is something big that you want to achieve this year, and that you're willing to put in the energy, you're willing to put in what is needed to make it happen. So I think it's just going to be finding that, finding the right steps. Even if it's taking little steps, that's a big thing. A little step in the right direction, they say, is just the beginning. And that's probably the hardest step for a lot of us. So I think here, in terms of if you want to make a business happen, with love as well, if you're looking for new relationships of some kind, those are things that could be at the forefront that you could experience. And if you do make these things happen throughout the year, it really is something to be celebrated as well. So let's do a little clarification on these cards also. Oof, yeah. Okay. So let's start off here, as I said, with that Page of Pentacles here, we got the Fool. So really, there is something new that you want to start. As I said, if there's a new business, a new career direction, a new side hustle that you want to pursue, there really is something here talking about accomplishing that. That Fool energy is saying, you are going to embark on something new this year that can give you some type of financial gain or gain with your health. If you're starting, maybe a new diet, a new workout plan, also anything on that physical level. So with this Fool card, it really is saying that you want to start something new, something that is very in the physical realm of this world, to get something tangible back from your efforts. Here with the Knight of Wands here in the reversed, we also have the Ten of Swords here. Love to see this, honestly, because I think you've gotten into a place where you are letting an old version of yourself die, maybe something that was that limited you before. As I said, this lands right underneath that Nine of Wands, talking about boundaries, talking about walls and everything like that. I think you're letting that old version of you die so that you are going to live more in the moment, not in the past, not in the future, but truly in your moment. And I think that is going to help guide you in terms of what actions are needed to make your goals happen. And here I always see with that Ten of Swords, it really is telling me, as you let that old version die, you are being reborn into a more spiritual sense. As I said with that Queen of Cups, that High Priestess, let those intuitions guide you. Let your emotions and those psychic messages, those intuitive hits, all of those things, let them guide you in terms of what it is you need to do in order to make that goal happen. On top of that Three of Cups here, we got the Two of Wands. Like to see more fire with this as well. So here it really is saying, you're in a safe spot. I think this is saying that your community, your friends, your family, whatever it is, that is your safety zone. And that is where you can kind of share your dreams with these people. This person holds the world in their hands. So I think these people are your backbone. They are your safety zone. They are your comfort zone where you can kind of share your dreams, share your ambitions with them. Share all your type of endeavors that you want to achieve this year, and they will have your back. They will be your biggest cheerleaders in a certain sense, the ones who will support you emotionally as you try and figure things out and make things happen on your own. So in terms of big lessons or anything like that you will learn, first we got the Tower. We got two major arcana here. I'll touch on the other one, but the Tower in the reversed, love to see this. This is telling me, in terms of that Ten of Swords energy as well, that Nine of Wands energy too, is just really saying, there's a big change and upheaval that has happened, and major arcana talking about, this could be 6 months to a year, even longer, that this has been going on. And now I have a feeling this year that it is slowly starting to finally come to completion. Here with the Tower, it really is saying, you're letting go of past hurt, as I said with that Nine of Wands energy, so you're willing to really move on. You're willing to move forward. You've gotten all these emotional healings and emotional intuitive learnings that you have from the past year, and now it's guiding you. And so this Tower moment really is telling me, you're going to go past all of this pain, all this hurt, all of this disappointment that you may have gone through the past, all of these big changes associated with that Tower. So now you're able to move forward. Same thing with the Hanged Man here. Love to see this in the reverse as well. So if you ever felt stuck from last year, anything where you felt like things were not moving fast enough, and now you have all these big cards of movement, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, there are things here saying, you have done the work with this Tower moment and anything else in your life where you had to maybe sit back, really take the time to reflect and to take your time to heal in a certain sense. And by doing so, you have finally allowed, the enlightenment to set in, all these intuitive hits and learnings and wisdoms to be learned fully and to be incorporated into your life. And now these things are going to move you forward. Again, that Chariot, Knight of Swords, on top of those intuitive cards, those are the things that are going to move you forward. That enlightenment on top of this Hanged Man's head, that is the High Priestess energy. That is the Queen of Cups energy. That is those emotional and intuitive learnings. Finally, Seven of Cups here. You're going to have a lot of options in terms of your fulfillment. As I said, you could be trying to start a new business, or change your career or anything like that, whatever passion project or goal you may have. But, you're going to have all types of things that will give you fulfillment. I think here you're going to start to learn to use your intuition to look past all the illusions of fear and doubt and insecurity, and to really see true opportunities that can give you the real happiness, abundance, and joy that you may be seeking. So I think that's really three really big things in terms of two major arcana that have, you've really taken the time to learn, And now you have to use your intuition and everything that you've learned to guide you as you move forward toward this year. Love to see that. Okay, more clarification cards. Yes, okay. So here, in terms on top of the tower, we got the Ace of Swords, victory. As I said, this is coming to an end. Whatever big changes or upheavals or revelations that have been going on through 2023, you've learned them. Being a sword especially, a new truth for you. So you really have learned it, a new belief system that will guide you to victory. And you've come past this tower moment with victory. You got the Nine of Wands again on the same row. Love this. On top of the Hanged Man. So here, really, I really feel like for some of you, when you were hurt or that tower moment happened where big things or big changes happened, you put up the walls, rightfully so. Maybe you needed time to seclude, isolate, heal in a certain sense. So really, I think you made the most of that isolation. I know sometimes it is for survival and for protection, and sometimes we need that, but you used it in a way to heal and regenerate, as Scorpios do. So really, I think here, in terms of that, you are also healing and gaining wisdom from this wounded warrior energy from the past experiences. But you're not letting it stop you. You're not letting it limit you, as maybe it has before in terms of a survival. On top of that, Seven of Cups, we got the Nine of Swords here. So here, I really think for any time, again, I think it's really just looking past the illusions and the fears that may be deep-seated within our mind, I think you are going to be offered a lot of options in terms of emotional fulfillment. So I think it's important here to let go of anything that in your mind that causes a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. I think here there's still a little bit of healing that might need to be done in terms of any type of hurt or belief systems, especially insecurities, doubts, inner conflict, inner criticism, inner saboteur, behavior that may get in the way of your happiness, of all this abundance that could be available to you. So here, don't let the lies and deceptions that creep into all of our minds. That's the human condition. To sometimes fear the worst. Instead of hope for the best. So here it's kind of saying, to make sure you use your mind in a way that is beneficial to you. Use this new sort of truth, you have that ace, you have the 9, you put them together, you get a 10, you get a full cycle, a full circle. So use what you've learned in a place of victory and power, become the victor, not the victim, if that makes sense. So let's pull out some more cards and see some major themes. Love that. Okay, love that. Okay, trust. As I said before, as you may be lowering your walls, expanding your boundaries, you're learning to trust the universe once more. And I think you're going to learn how to do that. And then you will understand that the universe has your back. It had to let you go through this big tower moment, this big change for a reason, so that you can heal yourself and also learn how to retrust maybe people, opportunities, situations, whatever it may be. But also, you have to learn how to protect yourself too. Create new boundaries, create new ways to take care of yourself, to provide self-care when things don't work out at the same time. Honesty. I love to see this because honestly, with that High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, I think there was that healing that had to be done. And by doing so, you get to the real core, deep root of a lot of emotional pain. And by doing so, you are healing that pain and taking it out at its core, not just the little symptoms that pop up here and there. You're addressing the true issue. So I think here, landing right next to the Fool card as well, it really is saying, you're going to become your most honest self, and you're going to not be afraid to show that to people, not be afraid to express that as well. I mean, it could be in your business, it could be in whatever it is you want to pursue, but it's going to come from a genuine and authentic place. Abandon. Love to see this because I'm looking straight at that 10 of Swords, that 9 of Swords, abandon the fear, abandon the doubt, the insecurity, the inner saboteur, all of those things. I think you understand and already know, the pain that those things cause and the limitations it can place on you. So it really is saying abandon those old ways of thinking, those that may be attached to an old self from the past that may be hurt. These ideas, that are more of the survival type are made to limit and protect you, but I don't think a lot of these cards are saying you need protection at this point. I think a lot of these cards are saying you're ready to thrive. You're ready to put yourself out there. So I think it's important to remove the survival, fight or flight, idea. Remove that, because I think you are ready. You've healed yourself for victory, for new opportunities, to release your bounds and to really play with the universe once more and to explore and have excitement in your life again. Ooh, okay, let's do that one. That one fell. Peace, love that. Higher power, hello, okay. Orphaned, oh wow, okay, heard, okay. First of all, let's talk about peace. Number one, yeah. This is ultimately, I think, what you want to strive for, what you're going to find this year. Maybe that's the goal that you want to achieve with that Knight of Wands right there. Maybe it could just be an inner journey toward peace. You want more peace in your life. Maybe you will find peace by going out there and putting your energy out there, finding the correct outlets where you are supposed to put your energy, and that will bring you peace in some type of sense. But really, I think that this healing journey from the Tower to the Hanged Man and the Fool, I think you come from a place of peace now where you can finally trust the world again also. Higher power, as I said, with that High Priestess, Queen of Cups energy, trust in that intuition, trust in your higher self, your higher power, whatever it is that you believe in. It really is going to guide you and call you toward whatever your next goal, the next step, the next chapter that you're looking for. And also we got Orphaned. I love this because this all comes on the same line with that Nine of Swords, the abandoned card, Orphaned. I think this is something with that hurt mentality, that wounded warrior mentality, that Nine of Wands that appeared twice, I think here it's really saying whatever hurt there is, I think this is the last thing that you really have to address, in terms of that wounded warrior energy. The times you felt abandoned, whether by people, situations, or even the universe by itself, and understand that you are always considered. You are always loved by someone or something out there, that you are always, taken care of and blessed in ways that even though it may not seem that way. Because as I said, with that Tower moment, you are victorious from it. And from there, you get new lessons and wisdom. Unfortunately, we don't learn those things by the good stuff. I wish we could. Sometimes we do, but not to the level that we need to. We learn the most from our failures. We learn the most from our shortcomings, the times that we have to sometimes suffer, unfortunately, talking about that Tower. But here, I think it really is telling you, you can let those things go now. That's not the reality for 2024 for you. There's a lot of good things that are on their way, and that you can free yourself from those bonds of the past, and you can be like this Fool energy where you can be ready to embrace life and give yourself a clean slate to create the new reality that you want for yourself, create the new narrative, the new story. Final card for you. Let's see what we got. Soul Family. I think this is the second time this card has popped up. But here, thinking about that Three of Cups that I pulled before, find the community or support group, friends, co-workers, whoever it may be, the ones who have your back. I mean, the fact that, that card landed on with the clarification card of the Two of Wands is really saying, they are your safety zone. They are your comfort zone. Find out who supports you the most, who never judge you, who is just there to listen and to provide you, some type of comfort, or just have an open mind as you speak about the things you are most passionate about. Those people are the ones who are your soul family. They're the ones who are going to help support you emotionally, especially to celebrate your wins, to give you the support when you are struggling. They are there to love you. As I said, you can feel orphaned but search for your soul family. Look for your created family. Sometimes, sometimes our family lives can be kind of messy. So sometimes we have to choose our family. Sometimes our friends are our family. So here we can feel orphaned, we can feel alone, or we can acknowledge and find where we belong and the people who support us are in our own life. So that's kind of what I see for 2024 for you Scorpios out there. I mean, a lot of healing, and I think a lot of bravery and a lot of transition to trust in the universe once more, because there's a lot of abundance waiting for you. I think it's just letting go of those final ideas and thoughts that may get in the way, and then finally you'll be able to embrace life, and there's going to be a lot waiting for you in terms of manifestation and abundance if you just open yourself up and find out who it is that can support you and love you throughout that process as well. So again, if this reading did resonate, don't forget to hit that like button. Comment if you like. I love reading comments from y'all. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I want to say thank you to those of you who have subscribed and are still watching. I really appreciate that. I didn't expect any of that to happen this month, so it was a nice surprise. But that's all I got for you. I have more coming up soon. But until then, I want to say thank you for watching. Very much appreciate you. And I will talk to you very soon. Goodbye.